I am here with Chris Hart. A little bit of music for us. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Hey, yes. When we step up, hey. And they say that, and they say that. I see you. Up, down, up, down. Because all we do is win, win, win. Chris, you are a winner, man. You are a winner. You are the man in these streets.
I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll receive it. I'll receive it.
You are, man. It is an honor. It is a privilege. My girls from Howard is like, where you at? Where you at, Tish? You have been MIA. And that's because I've been on your team. I've been at your feet. I've been learning. I've been growing. And so I want to give you the opportunity to introduce yourselves to our listening audience as we are live on LinkedIn, live on Instagram, live on YouTube. Who is Chris Hart?
Chris Hart is a son of my mom and dad, Stanley Hart, my mom, Patricia Hart, and I'm from California originally. I have six siblings, so seven total. I fall right in the center. I have three above me, three below me.
Wow.
Got five sisters, one brother, so I'm really good dealing with women. I got girls below me, above me. My sisters, I grew up in a house with sisters. So, although hot combs and getting married and over braids, under braids.
Wow, Chris.
That's my childhood. Grew up in Compton, California. Born and raised in LA County area. Wasn't the best community to grow up in, but my mom and dad did a good job of taking care of us and keeping us out of trouble. But yeah, I my career background, man. After going to college and coming back home from Mississippi, I started working in the retail space. Had retail jobs from here to here. Worked at a company called Circuit City, kind of an old school company now. I hate to say it's old school, but that was back in the day, new release Tuesdays, back before
Yes.
all that stuff. And I eventually landed at a company called Apple, where I became a business manager at Apple. I did B2B sales. And that took me into eventually becoming an agent in the insurance industry, which today we'll talk more about for sure. I got involved with insurance 11 years ago, and I booked an agency across the country, and we did some big things there.
That is the next question, Chris. You go from this amazing brother to finishing high school to doing all the things to land the job. Everybody wants to work for Apple, right? You're at the job, and then you switch from tech to insurance. Please share that journey and how did you get the honor and privilege?
Yeah, it wasn't intentionally, man. God had different plans for me. I thought I was going to retire at Apple, have my stock options, and just keep working up the chain, right up the corporate ladder.
Yes.
But it happened. A buddy of mine I met at my church back in 2013. His name's Curtis, and we had some small talk about a company he was working with called PHP Agency, and they were a financial services firm. And I asked him, "What do you guys do? Well, what does it stand for?" He said, "People helping people." Always say I thought it was pretty corny. I said, "People helping people. What is that?" So, long story short, I was very young. The time I was age 27. I just gotten married. I thought, okay, as a new husband, I should probably be responsible with money and finances. So why not? So we sat down. He blew me away. I became a client. Mom and dad, the best they came. I mean, we never quite had discussions about personal finance as a kid, and so it made sense. He tried to recruit me, and Tish, I wasn't cocky, but I worked for Apple. And so
Apple.
I was like, so you're trying to recruit me to be an insurance agent? That's below me right now. I'm at Apple. Like, I'm okay. But I have six siblings. I'm gonna give you some referrals. So I gave some referrals to them. And what got me eventually was two things. One, my wife and I were discussing having kids, and she wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. I
Yes.
said, babe, right now there aren't many stay-at-home moms in America. Women are working, men are working. But okay, let's make it happen for the sake of raising godly offspring and being involved in kids' lives. Let's make it happen. So I need a part-time job. And I thought about PHP agency and the insurance industry. And so I thought maybe I could do it part-time, make that little extra income. So I got started part-time, Tish. And within 1 year, retired my wife, ended up leaving my job at Apple and going full-time into the insurance industry. I want to say it was everything was happily ever after. I killed it. I was successful. I had some ups and downs, some scrapes and bruises, some almost like bankruptcies, almost cars repo, credit score took a dip, and all that kind of stuff. But eventually, God brought us out of that, and we're doing very well now.
Man, Chris, that's like a tsunami. Like you went from nobody stays at home anymore to babe, you got to work anymore,
Yep.
to just being able to do all the things that you've always hoped and dreamed for. That is amazing. And I want to make sure that I stick to the script because I will go off tangent because I'm just so excited to just continue to hear. I would like to know, how did you select your team's name of Sold Out Servants? Because a lot of my friends are like, okay, Tish, on Saturday morning, I see a Bible study, sold out servants. What are sold out servants?
So you know what? Originally, it was Sold Out Saints.
Oh,
And
wow.
so originally, I have a mentor of mine named Dr. Lynn Cooper, and he said, "Hey, Chris, you want to create a team culture, your own company, you're in this industry now. What do you want to do?" I said, "Well, I love God, and I want
Yes.
to serve God. I feel like I'm a saint, and I want to do it." He said, "Okay, cool. Well, what do you have?" I said, "Sold Out Saints." He said, "Okay, I like that." And he said he gave some good advice. He says, "Business advice, Chris." He's a Christian. So I love that.
Yes.
He said, "Do you want to attract everyone to your business?"
Yes.
I said, "Yeah." So he said, "Okay, what if I'm a Muslim? I'm an atheist.
Mm-hmm.
I won't join your organization because it's not for me."
Mm-hmm.
There's ways to attract everybody,
That's right.
the lost, the found, everyone. And I think he
Yes.
says, you may want to change the name of it. So I said, "Okay, what should it do? What should it be?" And I said, "You know what? I love serving people.
Yes.
Christ came to serve us. Man, he washed the feet of the
Yes.
disciples." And I say, "You know what? I think I can do that. I want to be a sold out servant. It's naturally my style of leadership is servant leadership. And so I
Yes.
want to embody becoming a sold out servant. And so we want to attract that in our organization. Of course, we're in sales, but we chase service first. People are looking for genuine people who want to serve them. So when I said I want a team name, I want the team name to embody who I am,
Yes.
sold out servant number one, and
Yes.
then two, to attract people who have that like-minded that mindset around helping people and serving people. And so you've seen over the years we've grown an organization where we've attracted people who share our values.
And I think that's why you are so successful and why people want to be on your team. People from other states. I remember being on a call and you're like, who is that? Like, you remember that one?
You know, I'm
Like,
like, you're in Wisconsin or
yeah,
why?
you're in
Yeah,
Wisconsin.
yeah,
Like, people want to be on your team because, Chris, you serve, you listen, you like whatever they need, you are at their disposal. And because of your sacrificial heart, people are like, dang, how can I give back to him? How can I serve him? I learned mad
yeah.
knowledge from him. And so I think that attracted me. It goes into my next question. So I was introduced by PHP by Eric Conway. And when I came to the office, I was like, is this Howard University Junior? Like, this culture is straight up fire. The
Yeah.
energy is transformational. As an HR professional in my own right, I am just in awe of the culture that you have created. It's not transactional. It's not a hierarchy of dictatorship. There's no who's who. It's transformational. Everyone can learn from a sideline. They can take someone to lunch. I love when I'm able to take I took out Miss Gina Ford to lunch. Oh my gosh, her knowledge is amazing.
Amazing. She's amazing.
Amazing. So how did you create the culture in Calverton?
It was very intentional. I have to tell you, to be honest with you, the first time I built my team, my business in California, it wasn't the same culture.
Wow.
I think I made some mistakes early in my business where it was there were selfish tendencies. Even me, I have a story that I haven't always been the best servant, the best leader. I made mistakes in the past. There's times when I've been a little selfish. When I say selfish, not from a place of hurting anybody, but just
That's
thinking
right.
more about me. And when
Mhm.
I got to Maryland, I left California in 2019. I said, I'm building a new team in Maryland. I want to build a culture of servant leadership. And so I can embody it first and lead it and walk it and talk it. And then put that expectation on others and be unapologetic about people who aren't aligned with it. If you're like,
Mhm.
man, if you're a selfish person, selfish individual, it's okay. The door's over there. There's other teams that will take you. I know you may be a great salesperson. You're bringing great revenue, but long term, that's not going to be good for our team and for our culture. And so I can remember vividly a time where it was early in my career here in Maryland, and one of our guys, one of our team, one of my members of my agency, asked for help from somebody else. We call them sidelines, right? And they said no. And he calls me back and says, "Hey, so and so won't help me out. Do you mind helping me out?" I said, "Hold on one second. Time out. Let me call you back." So I call him. I said, "Hey man, I heard you didn't want." I'll make up a name so you know who they are.
Yeah.
I said, "Hey John." I said, "Hey John, man. Dwayne said you didn't want to help him out with an appointment." He said, "Oh yeah, he's not on my team, man." I said, "Okay, I understand that." I said, "John, right now I'm building an agency here in the East Coast, and you're on my team, right?" "Yeah." "Have I served you?" "Absolutely, coach, man. You serve me, man. You take care of me. When you ask, do I call you when you call me back?" "Answer, I take care of you, right?" "Okay. If you help out the other guy on our team, he's on your team, he's on my team. Who's it help?" "It helps you. Helps the whole team." And so if I'm here to serve you, it helps the entire team. Like you're being selfish to someone who helps to serve you. And all I ask of you is to be a servant leader here, a servant here. I'm not going to do you for performance or be mad or shake. You better perform. All I ask is that you have a heart to serve people on our team. And trust me, long term, it will make you more money also as a business owner if you
Yes.
embody that principle. And since the beginning, I've enforced that. And so that's just leadership in general. I have an open door policy. And so if I'm the top earner in my agency, I make the most money, I'm the big shot, whatever, and my door is always open.
Mhm.
Who
Who are
who
you?
who are you to say that? Who are you to close your door and I have an open door policy?
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
and so and so it all starts with leadership. And all right, there's a book called Lincoln on Leadership. It talks about being a leader that's in the ivory tower where no one can reach, or being in the trenches with the soldiers. And so I'm a
Yes.
leader that's in the trenches with the soldiers. I'm accessible. You see me, and it builds the morale of our team. Know that hey, Chris is willing to be in the trenches with me, regardless of his income or where he's at. He's not above reproach when it comes to helping us out and being approachable.
Man, Chris, I am just so grateful that number one, you're young, but even if you weren't, your mindset is just gonna keep you embody not only the finance aspect, but it's the total wellness, the
Yeah,
total rewards, fitness, faith,
yeah,
the whole, health is wealth. Just you just have a holistic approach to wealth. And it's, yes, we can gain wealth from insurance and finances, but our health, right, our faith, you just have the whole total package. And I'm just so grateful that we are here today so that you can share it with the whole world, so that more people can come and learn exactly what we do. So, today we've created a community of leaders who are changing the lives of their own communities. For example, the last time I recorded this podcast was in August, right after the big event. My focus have been on getting my license, appointed to carriers, taking a tiny breath for my birthday last month, but have started the journey of protecting families this month. Can you share with our audience a little of what they can do with insurance? Because we know many people know about ensuring that their beneficiaries are up to date, should, in the event they go to sleep and wake up with the angels, that their family members are paid out. What are some other benefits individuals can use insurance for?
yeah. I think you said it right there and there. We look at life insurance as covering our liability, which is great. That's the main purpose of life insurance. If I were to to pass away or expire from living, I'm a walking, talking liability because I'm a provider for my family. I pay a mortgage. I provide food, shelter, and so we need insurance if we're somebody if we have someone who we're responsible for. We need life insurance, right? Now, beyond that, like you said, it covers so much more things. There's total living benefits when it comes to insurance. One is long term care. 1 in 10 Americans have long term care. And in our community, it's 1 in 20.
Woo! My goodness.
Our long term care strategy is when we get older, our kids will take care of us.
Hmm.
Not a great strategy because
Not at
it puts
all.
pressure on our kids. And so they're saying right now there's something called the sandwich generation. Sandwich generation. So if you're between age 40 and 55, what's happening? You're getting squeezed. Here's why. You're in your 40s and 50s. You have young kids, young
Mhm,
adults, who are their 20s, their teens,
mhm.
who are squeezing you. They need money for college, money for this area. The economy is tough. You're taking care of your kids.
Yeah.
Your parents are approaching 75, 80.
Mhm. Yeah.
Their health is getting worse.
Yes.
They need to move in with you. They have no
Mhm,
long term care. They have health issues. So you're taking care of your parents, your kids, and you have to plan for your own retirement. And you
yes. It's pressure.
everywhere. And so
Yeah.
life insurance comes with something called long-term care riders now, where you get free long-term care coverage. So God forbid I get sick, cancer, heart attack, stroke, I can access a death benefit while I'm living. Right, that's one benefit. That's changed in the last 7 to 8 years. The challenge is we don't always tie into the innovation of insurance, but not around it. Right,
Yeah.
and the second one is just the wealth building tool. There's so many different ways, and I can't go through all of them on this call right now. But you can leverage life insurance as a cash value vehicle, where you can partake in the upside of the stock market tied to an index that's tied to the Nasdaq and the S&P. So imagine quickly saying, "Hey, Chris, I want to grow money tied to the Nasdaq and the S&P, but I don't want any risk. You want to grow money tied to the S&P. So you're talking Nvidia, Tesla, Google, Meta, Facebook, yes, Disney, all that, yeah, but no risk.
I love it.
You want no cap on your growth, no cap. But you want, wait, how does that even work? It's tied to insurance. Here's the problem though. Most of us aren't educated on it.
Not at all.
At all. And so whenever we have our workshops here locally, right here in Maryland, I'll ask clients, do you currently have money in the index strategy when it comes to growth? And 9 out of 10 say no. And when I ask them why not, they never heard of it. They didn't know. That's a problem right now when it comes to representation in our industry. The average agent being a 61-year-old Caucasian male. Nothing wrong with being white or 61, but guess what? He's not talking to everyone. So we see a lack of representation and a lack of education in our community. So regardless of our pedigree, what we've accomplished, we don't know about these products.
Yes, it's so true. I mean, this past week was rough on me. I went to church, and, I just shared my testimony, and I came back home, and Elder, like, people want to know more. They're like, Tish, let me know more. When can we do an appointment? When can I see an illustration? I want to see how I can grow my money. And I'm just like, wow. On accountability last night, I was like, yo, I got so many leads just from opening my mouth and sharing what God is doing in my life. So it is high time for us to let our community know all the products that are available to them. Like, I'm going to take you up on taking my old 401k
I got you.
into an annuity, guaranteed income for life. Like, that is what's up. That is amazing. But again, a lot of people don't know about them. They think that they have to work for the government or they have to, work in the service to get that. Let's see. So, how has this business changed your life? From Cali,
So many
Apple.
different ways. So many different ways. One, it's taught me patience. I work with people, and people can be unpredictable at times. There's different personalities and things you're dealing with, right? And so it's taught me patience, make me a better father, a better husband. Because if I can sit there in the business and work with someone and build them and help build their character and their strategies for growth in life, and be okay with people being flawed and not being perfect, and understand that we're all flawed, right? And so understand that patience over time, especially in business, because business doesn't happen overnight. You're not successful overnight. Anybody who's accomplished a successful business, I'm like, you're a patient individual, because it wasn't just overnight that took place. This has been 12 years in the building for me. And so building this business for 12 years is, one, taught me patience. Two, it's blessed my family financially. It's given me the ability to see things more clearly, because money is a big distraction right now in our lives. It's like a smoke screen because it distracts us. How many decisions are made daily because of money? What can you not do? Where you not go? Health wise, taking care of your family, taking care of yourself. Like we're held down by money decisions. And so being able to understand that, have the confidence that I can go out there and generate an income for myself. All I need is my hard work. I need God's grace and God's favor in my life, and I'm okay. I'm gonna win. If I can truly lock into that and buy into a free enterprise system in America and take advantage of it, no one can hold me back financially. I just know selling no cap on what I can do. God's riches are here for me, 100%. And so I realized that in this business. The third thing is really discipline. Realizing that, okay, I have to get better at my self-discipline to win in business, because at the end of the day, as an entrepreneur, we both know no one's holding you accountable to wake up in the morning to go to work. No one's telling you what to be. I can wake up when I want to wake up, stay up days I want to stay up, I do what I want to do, and no one's telling me. But I understand if I do that, I won't eat. And so I have to be responsible for my discipline and my actions of growing, getting better, showing up to the office, being consistent. And in my line of business, Tish, you've seen it, this thing called duplication. And so people think because I'm the leader, I'm the boss, the broker, I can show up to the office the latest, leave the earliest. No.
But you don't do that.
It's more pressure. There's more pressure on me because everyone sees me. Like, I have to show up to the office to be consistent. I can't miss meetings. And so there's more pressure. The higher you go up, the more pressure is in life. and I believe that it's preparing you for something God has for me long term. Like you said, I'm still very fairly young, and so I have a whole life ahead of me. And the money's great, love the freedom, love the opportunity you have here, but more important, I love who I'm becoming as a man because of the process of what's happening in business.
Yes, you hit it on the head. Like I look at little Chris, dude. Like your sons are gonna be amazing men. Like your daughter. Like I can only imagine how you are teaching them about money now, and they're not even teenagers yet.
I know. Yeah, my son's so crazy. He's like, so dad, you make money when you're not at the office? I'm like, yeah, because you have a business and so you don't have to clock in to make money. So you can just, that's so cool. That's how business works. So I built the business where passive income comes into a household. He's so fascinated by it. So our kids are homeschooled, and so we homeschool them. And so I oversee their curriculum on Fridays. And so we talk about money, the economy, capitalism, we talk about faith, all those things. So I'm teaching them things from, and guess what? I've learned that by building people in business. So if I can build an agent, I say I can pour into and mentor and coach an agent because of a financial benefit, right? And reward that feels good to help them win. What can I do for my son?
How much more? What? How
18
much
years in my household.
more? What? Man, I cannot wait to see him in a couple years.
Absolutely.
Ooh, and so that's just perfect leading into the next question. Another thing I value from PHP was learning we have to become a higher person to achieve the goals we desire. For example, by executing the ABCs, our associations, who's our fave five,
Yeah,
right? The books that we read, the conferences that we go. As
yeah.
a result, reading books and listening to leaders are highly recommended behaviors. What book are you currently reading, and what is a takeaway from that book that you would like to share?
Look, I'm reading a couple of books. Let me see. Let me see which one. I'm gonna probably go with. I'm so bad with names. I'm bad with names on books.
Me too. Me too.
The author is Dale Strawberry, and I'm listening to that. Turn Your Season Around by Dale Strawberry. I always go with that. Right now I'm reading two books. I'm reading that. I'm reading Winning the War in Your Mind by Greg
Mhm.
Coachell. He's a top leading pastor in the country. And he pastors a church in the Midwest. But Daryl Strawberry. So Turning Your Season Around. Daryl Strawberry is a four-time World Series champion. Played for the Yankees. Played for the Mets. And he's actually a speaker at our conference we're having in a couple of weeks
Yes, yes.
in mid January. And so whenever I go hear from somebody, I want to read their books. Right, it's a New York Times best-selling book.
Mhm.
It's really a great book because it talks about really overcoming the struggles that we have in life. Daryl Strawberry struggled with some things in life in his past. He was an all-star baseball player in the 80s and 90s, and his identity was found in baseball,
Mhm.
money,
Mhm.
sex,
Mhm.
drugs, and alcohol.
Mhm.
And he tried to fill a void with sports and with drugs and alcohol, but that void was never filled. It had to be Christ.
That's
And
right.
he was chasing fulfillment. A lot of us chase fulfillment in life and the wrong
Yes.
things,
That's
even
right.
in work. I had to be careful
Mhm.
at talking business. Like I can chase fulfillment in the work I'm doing
That's
in
right.
my business. And you may think, oh, that's great. It's not drugs. It's not
Mhm.
alcohol. It's
It's
not.
so
It's
that
not
good.
no. But I can get away from my purpose and why I'm here, and I get so caught up in business and money and business. And
Mhm.
what about my kids, my
Yes.
wife, my faith
That's
walk?
right.
And
Mhm.
so realizing that God, everything is centered around Christ and God.
That's right.
And that's what I tell people all the time. My business is a front.
Mhm.
I'm laundering souls. I'm a money launderer right here. This is a
That's
front. Right?
right.
I'm in the business. My main, the core purpose of my business is to increase the kingdom of God. Right?
Amen.
And that's what
Yes.
Daryl Strawberry understood that late in his career. And so for me, I'm here in a business for
Yes.
two reasons. The one, to make money and
Yes.
get resources back to Christ, because God can
Mhm.
trust me to pay my tithes at 10%
That's
and
right.
above that. So I'm
Yes.
advancing the kingdom, the provisions for my church, the vision for my pastor. I'm providing provision, right? Two, when you win in this fallen world system,
Mhm.
people like to see success and they follow success. So
Mhm.
people will follow me to the pits of hell
Yep.
or gates of heaven.
Yep.
I pick where I'm going. And so I get glory back to God and say, hey, I'm winning because I honor God. I love
Yeah.
my wife. I
Yeah.
pay my tithes. I'm a leader in my church.
Yes.
People say, hey, how do you win in life, Chris?
Mhm.
This is how you win in life. Go to church. Love God. Read the
Yes.
word.
Yes.
Okay. You sure? Yeah, try it out.
Yep. Mhm.
They do it.
Yep.
They do it. And so And I believe that God blesses managers and people who steward what He gives them. So in my
Yes,
business,
yes.
every single person in my organization is a blessing from God. I don't think for one second that I went out there and got it. 'Cause I'm a great
That's
recruiter.
right.
No, 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 no. God entrusted me with this person. So it's
Yeah.
my job to steward that, because if I can get them in an environment where they can be fostered, I can foster their
Mhm,
purpose and growth, and
mhm.
help give them the opportunity to walk in their purpose to build the kingdom of God. Now God's going to bless me with more people. And
Yes.
so my success is tied to God trusting me with His people.
And I've seen people get baptized, dude, under your
Yeah.
tutelage.
Oh, yeah.
That's the next question. Man, you are doing it. Husband, entrepreneur, father, disciple maker, Chris Hart. How do you balance it all? Like, and use your influence by leading people to Christ. Like, I mean, there have been several guys at the agency, from Bible study to actually saying, yo, we're about to get baptized tomorrow, Sunday at Union. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, oh my gosh, it's just amazing to see them go down into the watery graves with their wives. And like that right there, that is the purpose, in my opinion, of life. You are making other men be better men, not only with their finances and teaching them the power of insurance, but how to be a better husband, a better father, a single man, how
Yeah.
to, how to just live righteous, you and your wife,
Yeah.
from pregame this past Saturday, just holding people accountable.
Yeah.
Any comments?
Yeah. I would say the balancing it all, like faith, fitness, all those things. Obviously, you have to increase your capacity. I would say that there, your capacity has to increase, and so you got to grow as an individual. To me, it's energy management. Because this morning I was up at 5 a.m. at the gym working out. I need the energy to sustain myself throughout the day, to keep up with these young guys that are around me running around in their 20s. And
Mhm.
but I would say you get burnt out doing things that aren't aligned with your gifts, talents, and purpose. And so God designed us all in a unique way in our mother's womb. And
Yeah.
God gave Chris Hart and Tish Hart, they give us a design and a purpose and a gift that He placed in us. And so when you take that gift, things flow.
Mhm.
I'm not going against the grain. I'm walking in my purpose, and so
Mhm.
I have a gift of leadership. I
Yeah.
know that. I've embraced it. I used to run from it. Like, no, I'm even embrace the gift that God gave me of leadership and servant leadership. And so I'm in a capacity of business where I have to exude servant leadership. It gives me a reward, but
Mhm.
I'm using my gift. So when you use your gift, it flows,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
and you sustain your energy in it.
yes,
You're not
yes.
exhausting your
It,
energy.
it comes effort. It's easy for you.
It comes easy. It comes easy. So people are like, man, Chris, how do you do what you do? Like,
Mhm.
to me, it comes easy. I
And
always
it's
give my mom,
fun.
it's fun, but I give my mom and dad credit. My mom and dad, man.
Mhm.
I saw my mom and dad. I saw Herbert and Patricia, man, and they were servants for
I
God,
love
and
it.
they were in the streets of LA, South Central, laying hands on people, prostitutes, drug addicts, game boys. I saw it as a kid,
I
and
love it.
they did it for free.
Wow.
Spar their heart for God, what they did. So I saw them do it, and so I embody that because what we do. And
Wow.
so, but now you tell me I can do that and
Yes.
make a living,
Yes.
provide for my family.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
work. This is work.
It's a win-win.
Win-win. I can do it all day.
Yes, yes. And you are doing it, man. We are approaching December on Sunday.
Yes.
I want to ask you, what are some of your closeout goals for 2024?
So, in general, in business or just in life, or what do you mean?
Just that's a great question. Throw back on me. I think it would be maybe one from both, maybe one from PHP business, and then maybe one personal.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I would say business wise in PHP. I want to. I'm weird. It's like, I'm not deflecting it, but I want some of my guys to hit a couple milestones of income.
Yes.
People choose to follow me, and it's important that I give them an opportunity and environment, but it's important that I want to see them win.
Yeah.
It's very rewarding seeing people who are trusted me, my leadership, my systems, and seeing them win in life. It's so rewarding. From a business perspective, some of my favorite days here are watching our guys' commission cycles.
Yeah.
'Cause I know income can, as money solves all problems. As my guys and gals make more money, it's rewarding. So I have a couple of people that are on track to cross over 6 figures in income for the end of the year. And so I'm looking forward to helping them rally for that, helping them make it happen,
Yeah.
grow. and get their business to a certain level. We've hit a couple of milestones this year that we were able to accomplish. We crossed over 7 figures in income.
Woo!
So
Congratulations
it's
again.
been a very rewarding year. For God's definitely blessed us for sure. It's been a very rewarding year, and we've hit our milestone goals of income this year and growth we want to hit. I went out and rewarded myself with a Rolex watch. I got a Rolex. You know, 2.5 years to get a Rolex. I said I'm gonna wait till I cross the platform.
Yes.
But yeah, overall business goals closing the year is really me getting my guys across the finish line. I've hit most of my goals in the business this year. Main point, pay, base shots, certain things, promoting marketing directors, and on a personal level, it's really bringing my family together. I'm looking forward to Christmas.
Nice.
My mom's flying out, sister, brother-in-law, another sister, niece, stuff like that again. I'm trying to get my dad out to Maryland. He has not been in Maryland yet. I'm trying to get him out here.
Yes.
But, I'm really trying to use the influence and the money we made to create culture in the family outside of our immediate family, and really create memories. I didn't grow up in a house.
Traditions.
We didn't have that. We didn't have that a lot, and so I want to create a Christmas tradition. So we're starting this year all small, but they're all coming to my house.
Nice.
And we're going to New York the day after. They go hang out in New York.
Nice.
They have no clue yet. They don't even know yet, but I'm taking care of the hotel for everybody. We're going to go out there and have a good time. And so it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to just getting my family together.
Yes.
And it shouldn't take money to make it happen, but resources do make it easier to get people here because people can't afford to fly across country and do certain things. So if I can erase money as an obstacle, now we can get to what we want to do. And I guess I'll say something. Money is a challenge and a problem for a lot of us because it does solve a lot of problems. It allows us to use God's resources to solve problems in our lives.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But I cannot wait to hear your wonderful Christmas. I hope it's a white one and a winter wonderland.
Yeah, absolutely.
It sounds so exciting to really establish those traditions, especially for your kids because they're young, so that they can have these memories. And so I want to ask you if you would kindly share your 3 greatest accomplishments before we go into the final question.
Yeah, that should be pretty easy. The first one is dedicating my life to Christ. Again, I grew up in the church, was baptized twice, baptized once at 6 years old. I just knew at 6 I wanted to get baptized. And again, at the age of 25, I got baptized again. At that time, I was a little more sound of mind, of an adult, and knew what I was doing, a little sense of it. And just choosing to follow Christ and follow God. I don't know how you can live this life without God. People think I'm a great person. I need a power of authority above me that helps me because no one's perfect.
That's right.
If I did what I want to do, when I felt like doing it, the way I want to do it, my life would be a disaster. I need some structure and biblical principles added to my life to make and what's crazy, God's not holding me back. Mm-hmm. He's not restricting me. God's giving me people. If you live a biblical life, it's a life of abundance and blessings that God's protecting.
Absolutely, yes.
Goodness, man. So God, number one. Number two is marrying my wife, Christina.
Absolutely.
I got married young. I got married at 24 years old. And it's the best thing I could ever done. A lot of people say, "Hey, you want to play the field and do all that stuff?" Not me. Got married at 24 years old. I met her when I was 19.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I've been with her since I'm 38. I've been seeing her for going on 20 years.
Wow.
But it allowed me as a man to be focused, locked in on providing for my wife, building a family. I'm a big fan. Call me old school tradition. I'm a big fan of people getting married young. Yes. If you can find someone you can get settle down with. You're gonna grow together. You're not gonna be perfect. And we've grown together. Marriage is a blessing most of the time.
Yes.
Not all the time.
I was listening.
Most of the time, the marriage is a blessing. So I would say marrying Christina. And the third one is, I would say, a tandem of choosing PHP agency, choosing insurance as a career path, and moving to Maryland.
Wow.
It was a big leap of faith. We entrusted God with this. We prayed on it. We didn't just do it. And it took us a year to redo it. But coming here was a big leap of faith, but a big move for our business, for our lives, through the impact we made on our church and the people, the blessings we come here. It was a big move. And it was odd. I'm born and raised in California. I spent the first 33 years of my life in California. And coming to Maryland, I was like, whoa, what is this state? This is these beltways and all these trees and what's going on? This is not California. And
Yeah.
obviously, it's changed my life for the best. And we're just getting started. And so I'm excited about we taking risk and coming here from California to Maryland and walking in faith. But God's had our back the entire time. Everything we've done here that is successful, I can tie it back to God's grace and favor in our lives.
Amen, amen, amen. And I've seen just fruits and fruits and more fruits from you and Vecina laboring together. It's just like a whole bunch of fruits. Like you're so blessed. You're so blessed. Had to have you on the show. And I want, if someone's listening, and I know that they are, and watching us, and they want to get a taste, they want to see the culture in action, they want to learn more about our products, please be the guest of honor and invite them out.
Absolutely, absolutely. I would say, guys, so we have workshops at our office here locally. We're in Beltsville, Maryland. They're twice a week, and the main purpose of our workshops are to teach and educate. We believe the best client is a educated client, and so our main goal is education. So you'll learn about the three ways money grows. Money grows fixed, variable, and index. Which is the best? What is the best for you? On the five homes of money, you've got banks, you've got stock market, cryptocurrency, mutual funds, ETFs, TSPs, 401ks, real estate, Airbnb. What's the best option for you? And how is it impacted by taxes and growth? And so, if you're someone saying, "Man, Chris and Tish, I just want to learn more about money," come out to one of our free workshops, get some information. What we'll do is give you free information, and based off that conversation, if it makes sense, maybe we can follow up in the future. But at the least bit, you'll just learn more. And you'll meet with some great people. It'll be some great networking, and we always have our trademark cookies and Biscoff cookies and coffee. Right? So
Yeah.
if you want some coffee, come up. If you need a caffeine push, we got you.
Yes, and that's Tuesday evenings, tomorrow, Tuesday evenings at 7 p.m. You also have Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. There's never a miss. There's usually regularly the holidays may be a little different, but pretty standard Tuesday evening and Saturday morning. Chris, it has been an absolute pleasure. Please share your IG. How can people stay in touch with you if they want to, of course, come out to the office is one way, but if they want to follow your socials and check you out a little bit before they come out, how could they check you out?
Yeah, absolutely. Chris Hart on Facebook or on Twitter or at Twitter or X at Sold Out Servant. Also Instagram, Sold Out Servant. Just S Sold Out Servant the way it sounds. Sold SOULD. SOLD. Sold SOLD Servant SERVANT.
Yes, Chris. Dude, you are a brother from another mother. I thank
Yeah,
God Eric introduced me to PHP because
absolutely.
it has changed my life in the short time that I've been there. And so I will forever be grateful. I cannot wait to see you at our next business opportunity meeting. Listening audience, until next time, keep shining. Toodles. Thanks, Chris.
Bye bye.